teman ya di kamsai jai mong.
Teman ko pa miya meh. Yang hana mudu ya MLA sungi.
Mana muda yang boleh jungi?
Tip sino meh mga. Abang alim ta la post nyang buat show.
Kikubor Kapatisi TV.
Ketenaga Commerce and Industries Jongga Sorkar Meghalaya, Kebai Trelang but ke Federation of Indian Export Organisation. Kelapan long yang reverse buyer seller meet arajar apundrio State Convention Centre Shillong. Hapuak raising and accelerating MSME performance scheme Jongga Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises ke Sorkar India. Kedegajing temu ketemuan penklain yang kilat Shalan Mar Shabari. Bat ben bah, ika jinyo rung shikiyo ke perthai na kabenta ki MSME na kajela Meghalaya. Hagas ngipli kablalong hakalai trik rempang arajar apundriu. Leishim bentalang do menteri rang ba ka jelau Conrad ke sangma usumbut menteri rang ba ubakmi Ketenaga Commerce and Industries subasnya balang dahar u Chief Secretary Dr. Shakil P. Ahmed he officer kino Phuhmat na ka FIEO kinong thiet ng bari nakikan drut ligiri bat ki micro, small, medium enterprises. Habakaran hagan gasngi, umintri rang ba ula ay kublay kerpang, ya Ketenaga Commerce and Industries bat ya baro kinong isbenta, ban pelong, ya reverse buyer seller meet, kablong kajing sorong, omtang ya kajela, nri kathan jatay lami ngi baro kaway. Ulong ru ba kinong rep, ki micro, small, medium enterprises, kinong thiet bat kinong shimbenta, kilong kum kinong ilam ba shisha chong kani ka program, bat ha kajuk kapor lapan pao kajing kermen, ba kani kajing alang kaba arsngi, kanlong kajing sedang, jang kajing atray ki bane. Ha kani kasngi, umintri rang ba ka jelau laplay pat baru ya ka Mega Rise logo and brand, bat ka state level MSME portal, ban penklan ya ka branding, ban pensuk ya ka jingyo ya ka jing syakriling ba ka digital na ka benta kinong sengkam hakalang ka jela Meghalaya.
My dear delegates who have come from different parts of the globe as well as different parts of the country, and most importantly, the sellers and the buyers from the state and from different parts of the world who are here today to be part of this Reverse Buyer Seller Meet 2026. At the very outset, I would like to congratulate the Commerce and Industries Department and all the stakeholders who have made this particular reverse buyer and seller meet a possibility. It is indeed a great moment because it is the first of the kind, not only in our state, but in the region as a whole. I'm drawn back at this moment to a story which my mentor, my leader, late P.A. Sangma, had shared in one of the programs. He spoke about two marketing agents for a company. And these marketing agents were sent to one island. And the company was a company that sold shoes. So after doing the market research, the first marketing agent came back and told his CEO that there is bad news because nobody wears shoes in that island. We don't have any market. And so it's no use for us trying to establish our office and spend money and go there because nobody's going to buy. Nobody wears shoes. So the meeting ended in a very disappointing kind of a note. The second marketing agent came back, really excited, could not, even breathe and speak when he came to CEO. And he told him, I have the most exciting news for you. That we have a great market out there because nobody wears shoes. It's a very simple story, but it speaks about opportunities and how we look at opportunities. It's about the mindset. It's about the person being able to see a situation, analyze it and say, well, look at it and say that nothing can happen and give up. Or look at that same situation from a different angle and say, wow, this may be one of the most exciting reverse buyer and seller meet that I have attended. Friends, I start with this because a program like this does not end, and I hope it will not end, with simply this particular meet. I keep repeating myself in almost every forum that I'm not a very big fan when it comes to MOUs. Please don't sign any MOUs if you have no intent to move forward. I'm very serious. I'm very serious about it. And don't be hurt when I say that to you. Because we are here to be serious and to work in a very, very definitive way forward. The journey may be very long. And the journey may be something that may not yield results for us tomorrow. But let me give you that assurance that we are truly committed to what we are doing. Our state is a comparatively smaller state. Our challenges are much more than what you can imagine. If I look at our journey, my journey, heading the government in the last 8 years, has been a roller coaster ride. I was yesterday with the country head of IFAD, and we were reviewing one program called Meghalaya program. It's a program where we work with IFAD. It's a funding agency, as you all know. And this program started before we came into the government. And I wish I could show that graph to you. There was a point in time when we had the first review after 3 years of that project being implemented, which was before I came into the government. And in the first meeting we had, which is after 3 years after the initiation of that project, but 6 months after I took over, IFAD told us that we're going to close this project because things are not moving. And we gave a commitment to IFAD that we will turn around this project. Give us the opportunity. Friends, I'm happy to inform you that same project of Meghalaya, which IFAD was about to close funding in 2018 because of the bad performance, if I may, of the implementation of that project, to today, after 8 years, was one of the projects that was selected globally to be one of the best projects of IFAD in the whole world. And this presentation was given by our officials in Rome. There were 4 projects selected. Again, I'm giving this example to show you that nothing happens in a day. Nothing will turn around tomorrow. Everything requires consistency. Everything requires commitment. Everything requires a focus. And everything starts with a vision and a target that we want to get there. And no matter how difficult it is, we have set that goal for ourselves. We are developing the ecosystem that is required to be able to move forward in that. All of you are very much aware about the global turmoil that's going on in terms of tariffs, exports, imports. The whole world is shaken. But slowly and steadily, in this entire chaos, some kind of a structure is emerging. And in this kind of a structure that's emerging, opportunities are coming out. I could not go through the whole details of what happened last night, but at least I got a glimpse of what happened a week, 10 days back. And clearly we can see that textiles, garments, leather, footwear, handicraft, pharmaceuticals, we do expect that India will be able to play a major role when it comes to at least EU in these aspects. So what I'm trying to tell you is that we as a state, Meghalaya, and the country, we are placed in a unique position to be able to take advantage even of these complex situations that are there. We need to create the right ecosystem. It's about the regulations that we need to have as a government. It's about the investments that need to be created by the entrepreneurs and the larger groups. It's about the logistics chains that we require to be able to transfer the products in a very, very efficient manner. It's about scaling the productivity so that an aggregator can come in and be able to provide that export to the buyer at a scale which will make sense for the particular buyer who's buying. And hence, all of this needs to be lined up. So what we're doing today is maybe the first step towards looking at that larger goal that we all should be targeting in the days to come. And again, I repeat myself what I said in the beginning. Yes, it is important to have these buyer-seller meets, but it is important to be practical. Even if we start small, I want that start to be a serious start. I want it to move forward. I don't expect that we will be having a $1 billion deal, MOU signed, and then suddenly everything flops tomorrow and there's not a single sale that is made. I think that'll be the most disappointing thing that could happen. I'd rather not sign any MOU and have the sale that's taking place directly. I know a lot of people may not appreciate what I say, but I'm speaking very straightforward. That does not mean that I'm discouraging you. Please don't think that. Absolutely not. I'm just telling you to be realistic and practical and realize the areas which we need to work on. So therefore, with these thought process in mind, let me also share that Meghalaya has been making a lot of, taking steps forward to create that ecosystem. I use this word a lot because I believe in it a lot. Whether it is ease of doing business, the percentage in terms of the steps that Meghalaya has taken may be one of the highest in the country today. The number of steps that we have taken to deregulate the different regulations that are there or were there in the system, more than 400, if I'm not wrong. 400 different regulations were removed. In Labor Department alone, about 70 regulations were removed. In fact, we were one of the worst in the country, but because of the hard work of the departments that were concerned, We are now today in the top 3 in terms of the number of deregulations being made. We have a unified portal for investors to come in with seamless process where they'll be able to get all the clearances required, which of course every state is doing. But I'm sharing with you because we also are now working and competing with the top performing states today and coming to that level where at one point in time, I must say this, that I would never have thought that a seller meet of this scale is happening today in our state. I'll tell you, nobody would have expected. But it's not just simply because it's an event. It's happening because we are ready. We have created the foundations. We have laid the foundations. We have created the system. We have created, or rather, we have managed to put the regulation in order. We have promoted entrepreneurs to start production. Scaling is, of course, a challenge for us because it is a challenge everywhere. But I do expect that to happen. So all of these issues are going to be there. But as I said, I do expect that a lot will come out of what we are doing today out here. Our Commissioner Secretary, as well as our Cabinet Chief Secretary, had mentioned about different products that we make. Now, you'll be surprised to know that today, the pineapples which used to be sold on the roadside by farmers who had no other option, today are sending the frozen pineapples to factories in Bangalore, who are today then converting that into pineapple powder, which is then being sent abroad to make baby food. And they have certified it to the level where the regulatory provisions have been taken care of, and all the aspects that are required to safety standards and all those things have been met. And that's the kind of transformation that's taking place. I'm expecting and hoping that one day we will be making the baby food itself out here and not just the frozen pineapples. So we have a way forward. Please do step into our shops and the stalls that are selling turmeric. Please listen to their story. And the story is linked with Meghalaya, the IFAD project, where in 2010, if I'm not wrong, if my memory serves me correct, these 10 or 20 ladies, I think 20 plus ladies, from different self-help groups had traveled all the way to, I think, Bangalore or Chennai or something. And that's when they understood the value of curcumin. They didn't know what curcumin was before that. And suddenly when they realized what the value of curcumin is, they made up their mind that we will produce curcumin in Meghalaya itself. And today I'm so happy to tell you that that journey that started almost 15 years back for these women's self-help groups has actually fructified. They're processing the turmeric, they're making turmeric powder, they're making curcumin in a localized technology. We need to refine that further to be able to then make it usable in terms of the pharmaceutical needs, making capsules out of them, which, as you all know, is very, very popular in the world today. And therefore, these are the areas that we're looking at, and please visit them and they will share their story with you of how they struggled and they reached the point that they have today. I think it's important for our buyers, important for the stakeholders, important for the officials to connect with the people. Businesses will happen. And I keep telling people that if we are going to look at life, if we're going to look at everything from a business point of view, I think it'll be a very, very empty story. We are here today not to do just business. We are here today to build partnership, to work together, to understand who the farmer is who grew that turmeric, which is now curcumin, which is now being a health product and saving lives or increasing the immunity of that particular person who's using it in another part of the world. And I think if we miss this link, and if we miss this story, then I think the story is going to be empty. I hope and I encourage all of you, let us build partnerships. And when I say partnership, means we are together through thick and thin, through challenges, which will come, through difficulties. But we have a long-term goal in building up. We see the opportunity. And I tell you that it's very clear. If you don't see the opportunity, it's okay. That's fine. We don't expect you to forcefully build a partnership. But let me share with you that there is a huge possibility to do that, at least for certain sectors in our state. And I do hope that this particular buyer-seller meet will be able to create that opportunity to have that long-term partnership with few or with many, I hope, many of the buyers and sellers who are here out here. I was just glimpsing through the crowd and I can see so many familiar faces of young entrepreneurs I had met, 8 years back and who were just starting off their business. And it's in a way satisfying to see how their businesses have grown. I'm sure there are many more challenges ahead, but let me assure you that as we have been with you in the past, to make sure that you're able to move forward and face the challenges that come in and come in front of you, I assure you that we will continue to support you. I once again thank the different buyers and different delegates and stakeholders who have taken their time out to really see the story of Meghalaya, to understand our farmers, to understand our entrepreneurs, and then to be able to chalk out a roadmap on how we can partner together. So I hope that the next 2 days will allow you to see that story, will allow you to see that opportunity which the second marketing agent saw when he went to that island when he saw that nobody was wearing shoes. And I think that really is the purpose of what or why we are here today. So once again, I congratulate all of you, especially the buyers and the sellers, the entrepreneurs, the farmers, who are the main players, the protagonists of this program. We are all just people who are here to support and to help and to be part of the ecosystem. Sanjay Goyal said, that, and most importantly, the Chief Minister and Deputy CM, I beg to differ. We are not the most important. We are the least important part. We are here to support. You are the most important part. You have to make this happen. Only thing I can assure you is that we will support you in every way to make it happen. I wish each and every one of you the very best. I look forward to 2 days of exciting interactions and engagements and hopefully long-term partnerships that we can build. I wish this program and wish each and every one of you the very best for your future. May God bless each and every one of you, and may God bless our beautiful state of Meghalaya. Kublai Shibun, Matela, and Jai Hind.